What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Hat sie gesagt.
Yeah, that's right. She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Schon ansonsten nichts weiter hier drin zu sein. Ist der, den wir jetzt auch mal wieder nehmen können? Genau. Den. It's time for law. Wobei, nee, da vorne sieht es aus, als würde gleich ein Boss kommen. Da ist ein Speicherpunkt. Elfen. Wir nehmen danach irgendwann mal Law. Kommen Sie zurück. Aber wir behalten im Law im Team für die ganzen Mystic Arts. Hi Law, bye Law. So. Was passiert hier jetzt?
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Okay.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
Gepeinigte Glieder.
I've never known Faria to control
Okay.
like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core? Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handled the Subaru. Then we get some answers. Hit a word, hurt.
Was tut er da? Wegporten?
Demon Fang!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop you.
Okay, aber ich habe zumindest gesehen, der Charge, der lädt sich auch gut auf. Muss nur ein bisschen aufpassen.
Demon Fang! First strike!
Luna Rod! Ah! Mal umwerfen. Klappt das? Hat der eigentlich einen Kern? Ja, da hat er an seinem Kopf. Oder in seiner Mitte. Aber das war auch guten Schaden, wenn ich den treffe. Und weg. Fordert er sich wieder weg. Und erscheint wieder. Ah, guck mal! Darauf haben wir doch alle gewartet. Mal weg. Ein neuer Gegnertyp. Ja gut. Aber das ist auch ein Boss. Das ist nicht selten, dass das neue Gegnertypen sind. Das war plötzlich ein Laser hier. Das hat er vorher nicht gemacht. Wo habe ich den letzten Schaden hergenommen? Oh cool, wir haben den Kern gebrochen. Ja gut. Mit den paar KP, die ich habe, bringt das leider echt nicht so viel. Oh, Law ist tot. So. Schon mal die erste Hälfte runter. Achso, der ist betäubt. Hat er gerade einen Angriff wieder vorbereitet. Kann ich jetzt noch umhauen? Er ist ein bisschen gebufft. Mal weg. Ich sehe nichts. Ah! Den habe ich dann noch getroffen, der Sack. Und weg. Ah, dann macht er wieder seinen Laser. Und hier hinten herum eigentlich safe. Ja, da kann man echt super easy von hinten angreifen, während er seinen Mega-Laser macht. Aber schön, dass Lord das auch gemerkt hat und sich auch einfach mit zu mir dahingestellt hat. Lord, warum bist du schon wieder tot? Was tust du die ganze Zeit? Und weg. Ist das der Dash? Yes. Der kommt aber schneller raus als erwartet, der Dash. Und weg. Aua. Na gut, das ist all day. Und weg. Dieser Dash ist auch irgendwie seltsam zum Ausweichen. Hilfe. Oh, nice. Fallen sie runter und einmal voll in die Fresse hauen. Das heißt auch, als hätte ich mich geheilt durch den Angriff. Oh, wait. Ausweichen. Können sie die besser wegteleportieren. Versuche sie zu treffen, mein Herr. Und weg. Aber gut, den haben wir gleich. Nein, 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 nein. Au, 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 aua! Der hat mich natürlich zum Schluss noch einmal wunderschön von vorne erwischt, als ich da einmal kurz stand, ne? So, und tschüss. Aber das war ganz angenehm.
now it's just her!
Faria! Can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
Richtig deepes
I'm glad we could
Gespräch.
stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Wo kam Werbung hin? Ne, da kam ich hier aus dem Wartungsflur. Hier, dahin müssen wir.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at
Evil
least.
Hootle.
Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Da. Und kurz einmal heilen. So. Und in die nächste Cutscene.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Noch ein Flashback.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Okay.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, We just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Also
Finally,
Danas Wille.
we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
Also Danas Wille ist anscheinend das, was so ein bisschen mit Lichtenergie, zumindest von der Helligkeit aus wie Licht, hier erfüllt ist und uns immer die Vision zeigt. Und Rennas Wille ist dann die Dornen. Wobei das sah aus, als wären die auch in Naori drin gewesen. Das sah jetzt nicht aus, als wären die da erst entstanden, so wie die das gerade sagten. Dass die quasi aus Naori rauskamen. Also ist sie irgendwo der Ursprung der Dornen? Und sie hatten Augen, ja. Das sah aus, als wäre da irgendwie ein Monster halt quasi gewesen, was die Dornen kontrolliert hat.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
Direkt in die nächste Cutscene. Heute ist einfach Cutscene the Game. Ich tue übrigens gerade gar nichts, er läuft von alleine.
Soon, you might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well as my own past, I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
Lass mich einmal kurz speichern. Okay. Das Spiel warnt mich extra nochmal vorher, ne? Willst du hier wirklich weitergehen? Erstmal abspeichern, so. Dann wollen wir doch mal schauen, was jetzt hier passiert.
Soon, I have to be ready to face. I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
Und dann so. Wow. Ich hätte auch jetzt einfach speichern können. Spiel. Bitte nicht debaten. Also nach der Szene hättest du mich einfach da reinschieben können. Und dann kommt hier einfach noch eine... Wofür war das gerade da? Ich könnte doch jetzt einfach wieder zurückgehen.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
Na gut, dann schauen wir uns hier erstmal ein bisschen um.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
Muss ich selber gucken? Anscheinend.